BAKU is one of the many stories of the fabled UDTs. It's a story of a special reconnaissance mission, of the men, of the pieces of the fragments held in declassified records and scattered across time. It's the first time all of these pieces have been reassembled to recount a story that seems seconds away from slipping from memory. We made multiple trips to the National Archives alongside our friend and researcher, Jacob Van Buren. Over half a year was spent researching, reading, writing, shooting, and editing material for the zine. We pulled it all together in an effort to recreate what it was like to be with the men of the Special Reconnaissance Mission and UDT-10 in that space. We want you to feel it when you hold this watch and imagine what their experience might have looked like through their eyes when you look down and check the time. We hope this project will become a link to their past.
To say this project is a dream come true would be a lie. The truth is, never in my wildest imagination did I think I'd have the opportunity to undertake a project like this. I don't know if I ever said this publicly before, but I've said it many times privately over the years. What we do at Mark II in Tornik Rayville is a privilege, which is a kinder way of saying that, in the grand scheme of things, the work itself isn't that important. We don't cure disease, we don't train for life or death missions. We design and build things that hopefully, through the stories they tell, make our customers' lives a little better. It's a luxury, not a necessity. But at the core of every one of us, there is a deeply felt desire to be part of something bigger than ourselves, to make this world better than we found it. And that's been an overarching goal of our work. BAKU was an incredible opportunity to express this point of view, this philosophy.
This project in many ways feels like a culmination of years of effort. It's our first real opportunity to create something that could vividly illustrate those values, to imbue real meaning into the work we do. The stories we choose to celebrate define the values of society, and we repeat those stories for a reason. The story of the underwater demolition teams, and in particular, the 3 men lost on the Yap Islands, is one of those stories that bears repeating. It's been told before, but not quite like this. The UDTs laid the foundation for what would become the Navy SEALs and Naval Special Warfare. They represent more than leadership by example, bravery, and perseverance. They stand for deeply held American values, such as individual initiative, our celebration of hard work, and status earned through skills and expertise rather than birthright or wealth. But this story alone wasn't enough to give the project its meaning, or push us as far as we went to bring it to life. Our other goal was to share the story of Project Recover, a remarkable group of people living out the same values the UDTs embodied, expressing that fundamental human desire to serve a greater good.
I had the privilege of meeting founder Pat Scannon and CEO Derek Abbey last year at the MIA Day observances in Washington, D.C. And I say privilege because they pursue their work with the drive, professionalism, dedication, and humility you hope to find in such a noble undertaking. Their passion inspired us to go the extra mile in developing the BAKU Watch project. The zine we created wasn't necessary. Project Recover didn't ask us to make it, and it wasn't a condition of our collaboration. We felt this was the only way to do justice to their work, and to the men lost on the Yap Islands in August 1944. Our goal is simple, to inspire you to see this story the way it captivated us. To do that, we dug deep, searching the National Archives, talking to dedicated professionals like Nathaniel Patch, locating obscure texts, and vetting random internet sources. For example, we believe we're the first to publish the location of the beach where Black, McMahon, and Roeder were lost, as well as a complete narrative of their landmark mission. On the photography side, whenever possible, the locations and props are period correct, or at least period referential. For months, we sought out the props and planned out a multi-stage photo shoot across 3 states. Our team traveled to the World War II era USS Wisconsin at the Nauticus Marine Discovery Center and the Baleo-class USS Bakuna at the Philadelphia Independence Seaport Museum to shoot photos that we hope will immerse you in the story. In modern American society, it's a privilege to serve our communities in the ways that best leverage our individual talents, rather than having to fit into one definition of service. For those of us who didn't serve in the military, it's our responsibility to educate ourselves about the sacrifices made in our name, so that when decisions are made to send others in harm's way, they're made with understanding, and so that those who serve know their sacrifices are valued and remembered. As the SEALs famously say, the only easy day was yesterday. For me, that means striving to be better tomorrow than I am today. Because telling their story isn't just about the past, it's about who we aspire to be.
We hope that you will support this project and Project Recover.